And my sincere thanks to Amit sir and MMDC team for giving me this platform to present PPT, which is going to help in your personal and professional life as well. So I think all audience is well known about this mouth-watering dish called sandwich. So don't worry, friends. I'm not going to tell the recipe, and I don't want to get boring all of you. So just I will tell you what is the sandwich uh, feedback method, which is very much useful in your daily life, in your personal life, and professional life as well. Okay. So next slide, please. So why we called this feedback method as a sandwich feedback? If you see the two slices of bread in upper and lower level, and middle, all the ingredients, all the constructive, what are the recipes and what is give the more taste for this particular sandwich, it is spread over there. So this sandwich method says that you just start with every time with positive feedback. You just start with praise and appreciation to that opposite person. Then you slowly go to that main message which you want to give to that particular person and that particular task or particular work. Okay, so then slowly you need to give that conclusion, and it gives that person that that particular task. Next slide, please. So actually, so many surveys and in psychologically and scientifically, it is proven that feedback is more important to get successful results. If you see that feedback plays that important role to get that work or particular task in a good manner. So whenever you start that feedback, it keeps that opposite person who is getting that feedback from you. He thinks that that person is giving me that feedback to develop myself, to improve myself, to give the best result in that particular task or particular work. So here you need to remember one thing: always give that feedback on that particular task or particular work, not on the particular person. This is more important. So feedback is give more important in terms of getting successful results. So as I already told you, you just start that feedback with praise, and you just go to that opinion. You can state your opinion about that particular work or particular task which you want to communicate to particular person to develop or improve. Then again, you can ask that feedback also. If anything he want to share with you, you can ask that particular person, just tell me about the feedback. Tell me about what support you require to get this work 100% successful. Then end of the feedback, you just end with that express love, because conclusion or that ending is more important to that opposite person, whether he has taken that feedback or not, or whether he will apply or he will implement that feedback in that particular task or not. Please, next slide, please. Next slide, please. Saroji. So why sandwich technique is more useful? Every time if you see, if you want to give that feedback, or here I would like to tell you the difference between feedback and that advice. Advice or suggestion, it is given to that particular content or particular audience to get that success in easy way or in smooth way. But that feedback is given to that particular task done by that person. This is for specially to that only person who is doing that work. So here, if you see this technique, why we use with praising or appreciation, then we'll go to that constructive format, then again that appreciation, because whenever you start giving that feedback, that opposite person in a aggressive mode. Actually, the people is not ready to hear anything from that superior or in that particular person who is giving that feedback. I have seen lot of families or lot of relations are breaking down because of this wrong feedback or because of this wrong process of feedback, because of their getting that ego issues, and that relationship and bonding is getting failed. In that employee segments also, in the people segments also, people always ready to do that work with that appreciation or praise only. If you give that sandwich feedback, definitely that office work or the definitely that employee will follow that feedback, and definitely he will get success in that particular feedback. And here one more thing, feedback will give because it is beneficial to both given and both the person who is taking. So that if no one is very free to give that feedback and no one is very free to take that feedback, that feedback is automatically beneficial for the both the person who is giving and who is taking. So here, if you see in that family matters, in that family members, if you are giving feedback to your son, your brother, your wife, or your daughter, uh, in that way, that if that work is not getting done properly, or it here it requires some more work, so definitely you need to give in a simple way, in that lovable way, to understand that relative or understand that person very easily, and he should implement that particular feedback into their life or in that particular task. So here already I told you, always you give that feedback on that particular task or particular work, not on the particular person. If you give that particular person that feedback, the person may be think that this is the negative opinion on me. That negative sense, it is spoiled your family bonding and relations. In the same sense, in professional life also, that employee who is taking that feedback, that employee should think that it is a opportunity to get that work 100% successful, and it will help me to do better way, and it is almost good to improve his career aspiration also, in his career development also. So this technique is more important to give and take, the both person will get that beneficial. So you just try, then that is the criticism. That criticism is nothing but that message, that content, whatever you want to give, you give in a simple way. Next slide, please, Saurav. So here, that results of sandwich feedback. So that sandwich feedback, that method and everything gives that 100% successful results. You need to start in a positive statement. You need to appreciate on or her good work. What is their strength? What the work he or she done good, and compliment. That compliment plays that important role to attract that person, to calm that person in a cool way, to hear what are the feedback he's supposed to get, and it is very flatter and comfort way also. Then you just go to that saying that, however, regrettably and unfortunately. So you, this is the process how to you give that feedback in systematic way. First you start with positive statement, then you go to slowly that particular content which you want to give that message to particular person. So it is very regrettably and unfortunately, you don't say like that, you done this mistake, you did this mistake, it's a, you're supposed to do like that, not like that way. You just regrettably and unfortunately need to say everything. Then you just go with gripe and that complaint and that error and that offense. That gripe, it shows that pain. If that work is getting not done in proper way, how that pain will get, and that complaint and that error, it is all very much important, friends. Then you go to that resolution and that good news and corrective step. So here that great showing that how you pass that message to particular person to get successful result on that particular task or work. So here that green, whatever it is showing, that is the main content you need to communicate to that person. So then that again you need to conclude with that positive statement and that encourage. You give that examples like you compare with the sports person, you can compare with the celebrities, and you can tell about the team spirit and all. In family way also, this sandwich method is very useful, and definitely everyone got benefited with this sandwich feedback method. Believe me, friends, I see lot of employees also who lost their jobs by not giving that feedback, not completing that task in a proper way. That results also not getting done properly. If that sandwich feedback method would be used on that particular case, definitely that result would be the 100%. In that family life also, there is a very small line between to take in negative way, that egoistic and everything. So always be friends. Please follow this sandwich method, sandwich feedback method, to get more 100 results, 100% successful results, to maintain balanced life in your family and personal. Okay, then you next slide, please, Saroji. Thank you, friends. And remember to use this sandwich technique, and you are all free to ask me any questions particular this sandwich feedback method. The stage is open to you all. I'm there to clarify your doubts.
Lalit, over to you.
Yes, sir. So thank you very much, Sai sir, for really presenting such a wonderful topic in front of all of us. And really, I prefer that sandwich method is one of the best methods, and it is recommended by many professionals, many managers. That if you want to really give a feedback to somebody, if you really want to give a harsh feedback, if you really want somebody to make the mistakes clarify to them, so don't tell their mistakes or don't identify whatever they have done wrong in the process directly to them. And if you will do that, people will really get demotivated. So what you can do is you can just give a praise or a very good compliment or a very good feedback first of all, then give the criticism or the feedback which is really very harsh, then again give a good compliment. So what happens is, just like if you want to eat salad which is very good for our health, so what our mother used to do is just putting that salad in between the two toast and putting jam on it. We really like to eat that bread butter or bread jam, and we never consider that salad in between, and it really helped us to regain our health. So that is what the sandwich method is all
Yes,
about.
Lalit,
So
I think we are
thank you
running
very
short
much,
of time,
Saisa.
Lalit.
Yes,
Lalit,
sir.
and for giving my compliments on this particular topic, Sai sir, really want to tell you one thing. I've spent around 15 years in corporate, and trust me, I have not seen this good of feedback till now. Really a wonderful PPT, and I don't know where you got the material from, because I have been doing training and development. I have been into all these things for the last 15 years, but could not lay my hand on this kind of a presentation. Lalit, I want you to take two feedbacks right now, and then we move immediately to Jaya ma'am, and then we again
Yeah,
have a
definitely.
interview lined up with another. Lalit, two feedbacks right
Yes,
now.
sir. So I would request Jayapratha ma'am to please come up on the stage and give the feedbacks on Sai sir's PPT, that how you liked it. But ma'am, please try to keep it very short so that we can quickly
Yeah,
move to the next agenda.
actually,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
really amazing one. I didn't expect from this Saisa because he's continuously speaking without a stop anywhere. And gives so much knowledge about this sandwich. It's first time I hear this topic, and it's really a useful one. And everyone want to use this to everyone's life. Excellent, Saisa. Really excellent. Thank you, sir.
Thank you
The
very
next
much,
feedback, Lalit.
Jayapratha ma'am. The next feedback, I would like to call Gagan sir on the stage for providing the feedback to Sai sir on his presentation. Yes, Gagan sir, if you're there.
Yes, sir,
Gagan
sure.
sir, yes.
Yes, sir. So first of all, I think the most beautiful presentation I have ever heard, and by seeing this presentation, I remembered the book that is How to Win Friends and Influence the People. So that is the glimpse of that book is all in here. So I think I think that book is all in a pinch that is copied. So I think amazing, amazing. I have no
Yes,
words.
exactly.